Welcome back to Cheddar, everyone. I'm Kristen Scholler. BetterUp, a platform specializing in virtual professional coaching, counseling, and mentorship, is spreading its wings. The company announcing today it is establishing its presence in Europe with new offices in Munich and London. And joining me now is Alexi Robichaux, CEO and co-founder of BetterUp. Alexi, thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show this afternoon. Why move across the pond? What's in store here?
Thanks, Kristen. Thanks for having us. Great question. You know, we've been unique in that we've been servicing mainly large global corporations since 2016, and we already have a robust European coach network and service delivery. But what we saw in the past 12 months is really strong demand in terms of new companies headquartered in Europe wanting to add BetterUp for their employees globally. And so today, we're proud to say we have over 40 customers or large enterprises that are headquartered in Europe, including British Petroleum. But we saw our members or our users double in the UK and almost double on the continent in the past 12 months. And so what we're seeing is, just like in the US, there's this great awakening happening related to, I want to support myself and I want to support my people as we return to work and we set up for the next decade of performance. We're seeing that same in our European partners and customers. And so we're delighted to be investing and have more folks locally being able to partner with our coaches and our customers and employees of these companies worldwide.
Alexi, you've got a big name backer, Prince Harry, your chief impact officer. How influential was Prince Harry in this decision?
You know, his role's been mainly focused on, of course, global advocacy. Some of our impact work related to philanthropy and partnerships we'll be announcing later this year, as well as helping us think about growth and expansion. But his core remit isn't focused on Europe per se. It's really more global in nature. And so he's certainly had some tips and insights like many members of our executive team, but it hasn't been a core focus of where he's been helping us in terms of building the company.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about the offerings that you offer people, that you offer in the workforce. What are the suite of options and what's the price point?
One thing that's unique about BetterUp is the breadth, and our goal is to really be a one-stop shop for that employee experience and to help employees be able to get access quickly to the care they need. And so many of our users engage with what we think of as a core coach or a primary coach. And this is someone who's well-versed in work and leadership and life. But I think unique to BetterUp, beyond that, we have a bunch of different ways you can engage and get help. And that is everything from specialist coaches, which could be coaches trained in evidence-based sleep or nutrition, or even things like new parenting or leading inclusively in a diverse environment or world, to we have coaching circles, which you can think of as employees coming together with one coach where they're able to vicariously learn from each other, share that insight, and build that social connection in the workplace, all the way to some new features such as mentorship, where you're being connected to someone in your organization. And so I think this is really unique to BetterUp, that you're able to come to one experience and we're able to help figure out what's the right mix for you. Mm-hmm. Now, pricing for our corporate customers is very varied, as you can imagine, based on volume, scale, and what products you're using. And it can range anywhere from tens of dollars an employee a month at scale to thousands of dollars an employee a year at scale, depending on what combination of those different coaches and experiences they have.
Mm-hmm. And I know Prince Harry, for instance, has been very open about some of the mental health challenges that he's faced, and of course, the treatment that he's sought. How has he used your services?
Yes, as he shared publicly, he's an avid user of BetterUp. I obviously can't go into any member's confidential data, but he shared publicly on our blog and shared some of the challenges and areas he's been investing with his coach. And so, I think the big picture here is what we're seeing is, myself included, Prince Harry, so many of us, we're realizing that mental health is this spectrum, and it's a journey related to our strengths and our fitness. And mental health isn't just the removal of mental illness, but it's something we can proactively cultivate, building strengths like resilience, the ability to balance life and commitments. And this is something where coaching can be very instrumental. And so whether it's Prince Harry using BetterUp, you using BetterUp, me using BetterUp, whoever it may be in the world using BetterUp, coaching is one of the best ways to proactively build one's mental health and develop these skills before a crisis or a trauma or some uncertainty may ensue in your life.
That's what I think is important, Alexi, building the infrastructure so that foundational support is there even when you're not in crisis, right? So that we can be better equipped to handle an increasingly complex world. Not quite sure what's going to come our way, and I think the pandemic might be one very palpable example of that. Alexi, I wish we had more time, but you'll have to come back on the show. It's great to talk to you. Congratulations on the expansion. That is Alexi Robichaux, CEO and co-founder of BetterUp.